Well, here we are in a familiar spot, about to have a couple of very important days. I'm back here at a familiar spot where the mountain cabin awaits me. I've learned a lot about myself in the last 10 years since moving to Japan, and one of the greatest lessons I'm still learning. I've heard it said that you need to take time to stop and smell the roses, but it's more than that. These 3 days here at this cabin at the base of Mount Fuji are for more than just relaxing, vacationing, or resting. It's about regaining something that can easily get lost in the busyness of life. I haven't come for a vacation. In fact, I'm working on a project so big, I need this fresh mountain environment to help me focus to get the main part of the project finished. What is it? Well, stick around and I just might tell you. For now, I'm taking in the surroundings and recharging my creative energy before diving in. It's time for a little bit of exploring. Oh yeah. When I find that I'm living stressed out, running from one thing to another, feeling rushed in everything I do, I already know it's time to reset the pace of life. Getting away for a few days like this is not easy, but regaining a restful state of mind and soul is a prize worth fighting for. It's just absolutely beautiful up here. I love coming up here around Mount Fuji. It is the perfect way to decompress after a super busy summer. It was fantastic. Then we get back and we're off and running. But these times, just a couple days away, can do wonders for the rest of the year. Whew. All right, it's time to head back to the cabin because I have a super special project I'm working on. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. Hang on a second. My senses come alive up here when I'm immersed in this amazing environment. The sights, sounds, and vistas and fresh air all combine to recharge my soul. But even more than that is what happens spiritually when I slow down, still my heart, and listen for that still quiet voice you can hear when you're tuned in with the Bible in one hand and coffee in the other. This to me is priceless, and it fuels absolutely everything I do in life. Now, our family often comes up here, but I have also found that it is the perfect place to come and do a retreat for a couple of days, just to get away, to get into a place where you slow down and you can think again, you can feel again. Don't know how important this is. Check out this place here though. It's obviously made to have a lot of people here, and we do often have a lot of people here, but that's not why I have it this time. Come, let's look upstairs. Oh boy. Oh yes. Look at this workstation set up here. And you cannot beat the view out the window. This could very well turn out to be the biggest project I've ever done. A project so big, I'm going to call it a vlogumentary because it's the Great American Road Trip. This is what we did in August when we weren't posting videos. And when you see this, you're going to understand why we stopped posting videos. It was an incredible summer. It was busy. We went all over the US, and I'm going to share it with you, but I have to get busy on this project. So here we go. While I was working here, it's really getting dark outside. I heard some thunder, but I'm also getting to some pretty fun parts in the editing process here.
Sarah, what are we about to do?
Kayaking?
Yes.
Kayaking, oh my!
There'll be a few things we have to go under or through, but we'll just kind of navigate all that. Fun. Yay!
Yay! This has got to be one of the moodiest lakes I know. Every time I come up there, you can almost count on the clouds coming down super close. Sometimes you see Fuji, a lot of times you don't. That's where Fuji is, up behind those clouds. Well, here we go. I'm out for a walk now because I edited like crazy and got through that whole, it's like a 2-hour video so far. So we'll see what it ends up being. So with that video edited now, go for a walk, clear the head a little bit, and maybe, just maybe, buy something to eat. Yamanaka sure is a beautiful place at night, and the day too. But at night, it really has a special charm. Well, if you want to see Fuji in the morning sunrise, there's no way around it. You have to get out early, but it's worth it. Here we are, we're all set up, ready to go, ready to see the show. The sun actually hits Fuji before you see it come over the horizon because, well, it's so tall, it's a mountain. So it's cool to see all the colors that happen on it while that's happening, but it happens fast, you have to be ready. Now, Fuji in the summer versus Fuji during any other time of the year is very different because there's no snow on it. It honestly doesn't look as pretty without the snow, but it's still amazing. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna hop in the car. There's a few other spots I want to hit and some coffee. I haven't even had some coffee yet, so we got to do this coffee thing because that's important. All right, let's roll. Made a quick stop to get a large, yes, look, this is a large coffee at the 7-Eleven in Japan. Now, this wouldn't even pass as a small in America. It's just funny, the different sizes. Well, it is what it is. All right, so I'm starting off on a path that goes up this ridge here. I parked near the ridge. Oh, and here's what I'm doing. Right here, Mount Ohira hiking course. Let's do it. Oh, right away, this is a bit rough. I'm gonna see how far this goes. Well, there's certainly quite a trough here, but the course also goes right alongside of it. So at least that's nice. All right, made it to the top of this. Now, it looks like it's more of the same. But we're definitely on top of a ridge here. There should be some amazing views of Fuji along this. We will see. We have the nature trail that goes down to the park where I was yesterday. It's like 60 minutes from here to Mount Ohira. Now the path looks more kept up and a little more walkable, which is nice to see. It's just wonderful being out in nature. Seeing all that there is to see out in nature. Oh yeah. Ooh. All right. Look at this. Boy, now we're talking. Whenever you're climbing up somewhere, I hate seeing a downhill because it means whenever you go down, you have to go back up again, and you already went up that. So hopefully it doesn't go down far before I get to start getting back up. Getting out into nature and hiking is one of those things that fills my tank. But little did I know that this particular hike would actually lead me to change my mind about something. Something I just said in this video. All right, the downhill's done. Ask and you shall receive. And you get your uphill. Oh boy, I think I can see the top way up there. Let's go get it. I'm gonna go. You got this. At the top of the hill was the next signpost and an interesting discovery. Through the trees way up there, I can see where I'm heading. But bad news, there is a whole lot of stairs down, and then of course back up even more to get there. Okay, I'm down. And now for the climb up, a little bit in the open here, and then we get to it. Here's the path. There's a road, very interesting. Maybe the road's probably easier, I don't know. But we're gonna do the trail. Uphill, but gradual. I like it. Well, I caught up with one other person, the only other person I've seen on this course. And he says he walks this every week. And just about the time I needed to stop for a break because it's all long up. And he's like, don't worry, this is the last part. So with that encouragement, we're gonna keep going. Behold, the last up. Bum, bum, bum. I think this is the end, the last of the ups. And that's good. Oh yeah, fly ground. Started down there by that big white hotel. That's where I started from. And here's where you end up. Oh yes. Wow. There's another mountaintop right over there, not very far away. Look, there's a group hiking there right now. The rest of this path here looks absolutely awesome, but we're gonna save it for another day. Snack here, a drink, a little energy pouch, and what a view. Okay, well that was awesome. Totally worth that drooling hike up all those stairs. And now at least I get to go down most of them. It still won't be a walk in the park, but here we go. Let's do it. That was cool. Okay, so I know I was giving Mt Fuji a hard time for its summer appearance with no snow on it, but I'm taking it back now because seeing the view from up on top of that mountain here in the summer, the late summer, with the grass, with everything green, and seeing Mt Fuji brown and dark green in the distance, it was spectacular. It only looks like that in the summer, and especially up where I went, it's totally worth seeing Fuji in all seasons. Love it. I dare say my mind was blown by the view from the ridge. How long have I been coming up to these cabins and never known something so awesome was so close? It makes me wonder what else in life is right around the corner that is about to blow my mind. I think that's the last major climb. The rest is downhill. And here's the road. We made it. That was a hike well worth it. Very cool. I look forward to doing more of that in the future. Go around that whole horn there. That'd be awesome. It's not a bad way to work here. Ooh, the sound of the rain while I work here is glorious. I don't know if this is a recipe for a huge rainbow, but you can clearly see almost all of Fuji. The sun's coming out and it's still raining. I might have to get out there and see what I can see. This is wild here. It is most definitely rainy and it's most definitely sunny. Let's go see rainbow. Come on. Woo! I didn't have to go far to find it. How crazy is this? Oh, double rainbow now. God just gives me the best experiences when I come out here. Let me tell you what. Rainbow. Wow. And over here, little Fuji-san. Fuji's wearing a little hat tonight. And where I'm going is over here. Itadakimasu. Thank you, Jesus. There we go. Well, here we go. It's my last morning here. It has been a fantastic time. I really miss my family, but these times up here are so refreshing. They give me gas to go, and I need it. I found that I need these times up here, and that's why my wife supports me so much to come up here and to do this. I might have got a coffee while I was out. There we go.